Gang, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and man, much appreciated you guys checking today's video out. Today we're going to be talking what, in my opinion, is the most worthless lure in your tackle box. It's also one of the most popular lures that people fish. Going to have a little bit of a different video here. I'm going to give you my opinion on this and be curious to know what you guys think about it and if you guys agree or disagree with it. So before we get started, guys, just a couple different housekeeping tips here. Just want to invite everybody out there. If you, one of the best ways you can support the channel, if you like the content here, is becoming a channel member. And as channel members, you get extra videos every week that aren't seen by the public, and access to my personal email address with some membership. So you can become a member. Just on my YouTube homepage, you'll see a little button that says join, and you can click on that for some more information. Much appreciated on that. Okay guys, what I want to talk about today is one of the most popular fish catching lures that I'm just about ready to chunk all of them in the trash because I can't stand to fish it. It's like I do anything that I can not to fish it. I've caught a lot of fish on it, but I just hate fishing it, and that's a drop shot. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, drop shots, what do you got against catching fish? Because drop shots a fish catching bait. Yeah, it may be a fish catching bait, but I do not like to catch them drop shotting because I don't like fishing like you have to fish to catch them on a drop shot, which usually involves some type of electronics, offshore, live scoping, all that type of stuff, vertical fishing. The very aspect of what drop shot fishing is, for the most part, I just do not enjoy that aspect of fishing. On top of that, it's a pain in the butt to rig and keep to rig because you've got the drop shot that goes beyond the hook, and then you have, it's difficult to, like lay in the bottom of your boat if you're running from places to place, because if you don't have a hanger for your weight, that the actual leader part of your drop shot gets wrapped around your rod all the time. The exposed hook part of it, I'm not a real big fan. That thing gets it's hung up all the time. You can Texas rig it, but overall, it's just like every time somebody tells me about they're catching them on a drop shot, it's like when somebody tells me, like if we're relating fishing information, it's like, well, I've been catching them on a drop shot. It goes in one ear and out the other with me because I just don't care anything about catching them on a drop shot. Now, I remember when I got a chance to fish the drop shot before most people did, because one of the first people ever to fish drop shots in the United States was Aaron Martens. And Aaron and I were close friends, and he told me about it decades ago. And, I started fishing a little bit before anyone else even fished it out here, one of the first people to fish it. And he always told me, ever since, we were working together, because Aaron and I used to share a lot of information together in the tournaments, and he'd always go, man, Randy, you need to be fishing that drop shot more, I'm telling you, because he would fish it everywhere. He'd fish it deep, shallow, whatever. It didn't make any difference. Dirty water, clear water. He just loved the thing. And every time we went out fishing, it's just like, I could just care less. I just did not want to have to put a little weenie worm on and weenie worm around with a drop shot. So in my opinion, it's like, I don't ever look for that type of fish. It's like when any lake that I go to tournament fishing, it's like, I'm not going to have a drop shot on unless, the only way I will have a drop shot on in a tournament situation is if my co-angler is just kicking my butt on a drop shot and I have to put it on. Now, people say, well, maybe Randy, that you'd be catching more fish if you fished a drop shot. Maybe, but I wouldn't be having as much fun, because to me, it's just not any fun fishing a drop shot. I just do not like fishing it. It's like every time that I tie a drop shot on, there's 100 different things keep going on in my mind about other things that I could be doing to catch them better or bigger fish out there. But one of the things you're going to notice here, it's like we're getting into the summer months, and your social media feed, guys, is about to be deluged with the combination of northern smallmouth, drop shot, and live scope. You guys are going to get sick of hearing about that. Every tournament that you guys go to, every tournament that you read about from about now until September, it's going to be such and such one of them drop shotting or whatever, live scoping, live target, whatever, for a big smallmouth and caught a 4-pound average. I can't share your excitement with that. I just cannot share. When it comes to like catching big smallmouth, I want to be fishing a topwater, ripping a spinnerbait, or ripping a jerk bait. I don't want to be weenie worming out there live scoping with a drop shot catching 4-pound smallmouth. I just soon put my big, you know, walking topwater on and go after them with that. So anyway, guys, just wanted to have the little video here. Just want to let everybody know that I can't stand drop shotting. I've done a lot of videos on it. I've caught a ton of fish on it. I know how to fish it. I know how to rig it up. I know what to look for. I can catch a lot of fish on it, but I just don't want to do it. I'm just gonna start doing different stuff from now on. So anyway, let me know if anybody out there agrees with me, and we'll talk later. See you.